Namaste and welcome to this Primal Flow class. This is really inspired by just authentic dynamic movements where we really let our body move as it wants to move. So there will be some little pockets in class where we will be able to take these movements, really tune into what our body wants to do, and yeah, it's going to be really nice. We're going to begin in mountain pose, so take a minute to arrive there with the palms facing forward, feet about hips width distance apart. Take a moment here to ground down and tune into how the body feels today. Then we're going to start to move into our shaking meditation by lifting the heels and then bringing them back down. Start to find some speed, little bounces here on the balls of the foot. Let the arms go, start to find some twisting back and forth, finding rotation in the spine. Let the heels come down, find buoyancy in the pelvis, move through the arms, bouncing through the knees, shaking out the hands. Let the body move here as it wants to move, get out of the head and into the body. Start to shake through the entire body, the head, the legs, the arms. Make any sounds here that feel good and releasing. And then finally start to slow down. And then meet back in mountain pose. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Noticing any shifts in the energetic, mental, physical body. And then make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, both arms come up overhead. Baby back bend with cactus arms. Inhale, both arms come high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, back up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here to set an intention for this movement practice, whether that be presence or just tuning into what feels good in your body, tuning into that sensual practice of what feels good, what doesn't, and moving towards what feels good. Blink the eyes open, move to the back of your mat. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands to the front of the mat in plank. And then slowly bring the hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. Pause in any places that feel beneficial and juicy and good for your body, especially the posterior chain. Drop the knees down. Start to walk the hands forward and melt the heart towards the ground. Puppy pose. You can bring the forehead to the mat or the chin. The chin will feel more intense. Come back to the breath here. The breath can get quite sticky. Let the breath continue to flow. As you inhale, you come into tabletop and then slowly drop the pelvis into a Cobra Pose. Exhale it back, Child's Pose. Inhale, come forward through to tabletop, drop the pelvis down, heart opens, Cobra Pose. Exhale it back, Child's Pose. Inhale forward, undulating through the spine, open through the heart, drop the pelvis down, micro bend in the elbows. Exhale, send the hips back, Child's Pose. Continue to flow breath to movement in any way that feels good to you. And then we're going to add a layer here. As you inhale from Child's Pose, we come up into a baby back bend of camel. And then slowly lower all the way down as you inhale into Cobra. Once again, exhale it back, Child's Pose. Inhale, camel, activate through the glutes, open through the heart. And then coming down either through tabletop or dropping the pelvis down, however you want to get to Cobra. And then exhale it back, Child's Pose. Keep flowing breath to movement, whatever breath movement pattern feels best for you. This time when we come forward into Cobra, we come into full Cobra, touching the toes towards the head. They don't have to touch. Just energetically reaching the toes towards the head to bring in some quad engagement. Exhale, camel, slowly coming forward into full Cobra. Go ahead and meet in tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes high. Stack the right hip, bend through the right knee. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot all the way through. Inhale into high crescent lunge, palms facing each other. Take a moment, ground down. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, right hand comes back, left hand comes forward. Gentle twist. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, look towards the right hand. Go ahead and reverse the arms. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up and reaches towards the back of the mat. Slowly unwind into Skandasana at the back of your mat, so like a low lunge with that right leg extended. You can either bring the hands to the mat, hands to heart center, or you can bring the left fingertips down. Maybe the right arm comes high. Taking some dynamic movement here. If that feels good for you, flex through that right foot. Look to the back of the mat, low lunge at the back of the mat, right knee drops, pull the heart forward. Next, exhale, shift the hips back, half split, start to plug the left thigh bone in towards the left hip. Two options here. One option, I normally like blocks under my hands here. Hips are over that right knee, or you can send the hips back. This one's a little bit more accessible. It can be a lot of compression on that right leg though. Wherever you are, plug that left femur into the left hip socket, grow tall through the crown of the head, then slowly bend back into the left knee. Inhale, both arms come up overhead. Kali Mudra, open the heart towards the sky. Deep inhale, full exhale. Bring the hands on top of the left thigh. Inhale, right arm comes high, and then go ahead and reach back for that right foot. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe not. Either way, rotating the chest to the right, gentle twist here. Gently release the foot, both hands come to the mat, tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, send the right leg high. Option one, standing splits, keeping the hands on the mat or blocks, or you can come into warrior three, bringing the hands to the heart center, drop the right hip down, get tall through the crown of the head. Funky transition coming up, right arm comes back and around, bend into the right knee, grab the inside of the right foot, reach the left arm forward, start to kick that right foot into the right hand. Maybe you stay like this, maybe you start to press the weight forward, coming into full dancer's pose. This can be quite a lot, so just take whatever level you feel ready for. Inhale, right leg comes high, step it all the way back to the back of the mat. Heels out, toes in, prasarita, hands come down, forward fold. Bring the toes out, heels in, start to find some dynamic movement, bending through the knees, moving in whatever way feels good, and then eventually walking the hands back to the front of the mat, drop the left knee down, come all the way up with the torso. Layer one is we bring the right foot under the right knee, and then we just step it back. And then forward, and then back, forward, and back. That is our layer one. Layer two is we come light onto the right toes, lift the right toes off the ground eventually, bring the right knee out, and then send it back. And then all of us will end up in this kind of tabletop with the right leg out. And then slowly drop down, inhale, cobra. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend through the knee, open through the hip. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, step it all the way through. Inhale into high crescent lunge. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, left hand back, right hand forward, twist. Get tall through the crown. As you exhale, left hand to the back of the right thigh. Right arm lifts up and towards behind you. Gently unwind, coming into Skandasana on the right side to the back of your mat. Option to keep the hands on the ground, option to bring the right fingertips down, left arm opens. Take some dynamic movement here, whatever feels good. And it's driving me insane that my tag is sticking out of my bra there. A few more breaths here. Slowly come all the way to the back of the mat, drop the left knee down. Inhale, heart comes forward. When you're ready, shift the hips back. Same two options, hips above the left knee or all the way back. Either way, plugging the right thigh bone into the right hip socket. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Slowly bend through the right knee, coming back into the low lunge. Kali Mudra, heart opener to the sky. Deep inhale, open through the heart. Full exhale. Hands come to the top of the thigh. Left arm comes high, reaches for the top of the left foot. Maybe it doesn't reach and you're just holding that, or maybe you reach the foot. Breathing here, twisting the shoulders to the left. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, bring them down. Lift the left knee, coming into standing splits, maybe with blocks under the hands, maybe not. Maybe the hands come to the heart to layer up. Funky transition, left hand reaches back, bend into the left knee, grab the inside edge of the left foot, right hand reaches forward. Breathing here, kick into that left foot. Slowly release the foot, inhale, left leg comes high, step to the back of the mat, Prasarita, heels out, toes in, forward fold. Walking the hands as far towards the edge of your mat as you'd like. Let the head be heavy. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift, toes out, heels in, find some dynamic movement. And then go ahead and find the front of your mat, bend into the left knee, drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms come high. And then slowly start to find your layer for the hip flossing, so either stepping it back and up, back in line with the right, and back to lunge, whichever feels good for you. Taking our layer one, and then maybe adding on by getting a light on the left toes, finding balance here, bringing the left knee out to the left, sending it back, and then everyone comes into tabletop and then drops all the way down to the belly. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, all the way back to Child's Pose. Take a moment here to come back to the softness of the breath, its natural rhythm. Inhale, we come into tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog, and then back to the back of the mat. Inhale all the way up to mountain pose. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the hands forward. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Bend through the right knee. Stack the hips. Inhale, leg high. Step the right leg all the way through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Open it up to the right. Reverse right hand, left thigh. Inhale, all the way back to Skandasana, back of the mat. Little dynamic movement pocket here, so find some movement, whatever feels good. Primal movement out of the mind and into the body. Look to the back of the mat, bend into the left knee, low lunge, pull the heart forward. Send the hips back. Maybe you float the arms this time in half splits. Inhale, we come back up. Kali Mudra, heart shines to the sky. Right hand reaches back, grabs the top of the right foot. Deep inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. And send the right leg high, standing splits or warrior 3. Bend into the right knee, grab the inside of the right foot, dancer's pose. Release the right foot, inhale right leg high, step it to the back of the mat, prasarita. Heels in, toes out, dynamic movement pocket. Find some nice feeling movement here. Look to the front of the mat, hands to the front, drop the left knee down. Inhale all the way up, baby back bend. And then find your layer of either stepping that foot back or balance. We're only doing it once this time. Knee to the right, flossing it back, hands come down, everyone comes down into belly on the ground. Inhale, cobra, and downward facing dog. Walk the hands to the back of the mat, inhale back up to mountain. Inhale, arms high, exhale, cactus. Inhale, high, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Walk the hands to the front, downward facing. Inhale, left leg high, open through the hip. Inhale, left leg high, step it through. Inhale up to high crescent. As you exhale, left hand back, right hand forward. Reverse. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Dynamic movement pocket here, move as your body wants. Moving through the arms, maybe taking cat-cows in the spine. Look to the back of the mat, bend into the right knee, low lunge to the back. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, send the hips back, half split, maybe float the hands. Inhale to the front, baby back bend. Left hand reaches back, maybe grabs the left foot. And then slowly come back, inhale. Drop the hands, lift through the left leg. Warrior 3, hands to heart center. Reach back, grab the top of the left foot, dancer's pose. Kick into the left hand, release the foot, inhale, left leg high, send it to the back. Heels in, toes out, dynamic movement here. I'm just switching so I'm not facing you. Look to the front of the mat and come all the way to the front. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms come high, baby back bend. Go ahead and find your layer. We're only doing this once. Lift the toes high, knee to the outside, send it all the way back. Everyone into tabletop and then Cobra Pose. And exhale, Child's Pose. Slowly come all the way up to sitting on the knees or sitting crisscross applesauce. Wherever you are, bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Take a moment to visualize that root chakra glowing red at the base of the spine. Really what we've been tapping into this whole time, that sense of primal movement and flow. Go ahead and bring both hands to the lowest point on the body of the trunk. Just visualizing those bottom chakras glowing red and orange. Deep inhale, full exhale. Hands to heart center in prayer and then to the third eye center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully that was a nice little dynamic movement flow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.